Who this?
Those demons inside you.
Oh.
Let them go. Before it's too late.
I'm dying.
No way! I can't believe this!
Oh no, man, come on. Oh no. Don't die on me. God damn it. Don't die. Fuzzy.
Somebody did this.
Dude just got out the shower. I'm gonna start with that. He got out the shower. We're half an hour late.
Fresh and clean. I had to stay pristine, just as I hope my voice and yours sounds on this recording. AKA another episode of installment of Something Spectacular, hosted by me, Who This.
Who this?
That's an acronym, of course, and you know by now, if you listen, 16-something episodes deep by now, I don't know how to break down that math again, even though I literally got science at my table right now because I got a student in the building, of course.
Are you a DC fan?
DC
As
Comics.
Adam? You not a fan of Adam?
I know of him. I don't know.
You got Adam Bonds on your fucking desk. You're
shit.
not a fan of Adam?
Explosive particles.
Oh, you're smart. You're
Oh, wait, you talking about Adam Bomb, the wrestler?
Adam, the doctor, the dude that can shrink down to Adam's size.
Oh, no, I don't know about that guy.
He's fucking awesome.
No, I only know Adam Bomb, the wrestler from like the mid-90s.
Oh, no. That's
He was supposedly from 3 Mile Island, radioactive, born and raised. It was like Chernobyl. Might as well name him like Charlie Chernobyl or something.
That was a dope name. Charlie Chernobyl. Radiates pain and fear into every enemy he has.
Feel radiation. Big.
Duh.
But yeah, I'm joined, of course, here, gladly joined here by the hype of it all. The heart and soul, if anything, of a band called Afro Dominicano.
Boom.
Even though he's unofficially asterisk a member of Ayo Angel. Ayo Productions 1 on Instagram. I finally got that right about a year in.
It took 3, 4, 5 podcasts. We got it. We got it now. We got it. Collector of Creative Souls. There's a few more names you forgot. Collector of Creative Souls. That's a new one I'm adding.
Ooh.
The Father of 3 Dragons, aka 3 Cats. I'm going back to Game of Thrones references. Father of 3 Dragons. I don't know what.
But
else.
wait, her thing on the show was what, the Mother Dragon,
of
right?
Dragons, yeah.
Mother Dragons.
Yeah. So same Father of Dragons. I don't know what sounds cooler, Father or King of Dragons. They're not really fucking dragons, but I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to say that, man.
Did it have like bad breath at least or something? Or like
The
rank?
cats?
Yeah, of course the cats.
Not essentially. Not the main one. No.
What type is the main one?
They're all Siberians. They're all Siberians.
Are those like the really hairy ass cats?
Yeah. He's a big fucker too. Like he's got weight on him, but he's like, that's my boy. Like anybody fucking my boy, they getting stabbed.
No, I'm bigger on dogs. I'm more the dog guy. But if I had a cat, I always like the Maine Coons. You never heard of them?
Maine? Did you just say Maine?
Yeah, like the
Coons?
state of Maine. Like not my Maine Coon as in the slave days or nothing. I mean, state of Maine.
You went all the way there.
MAINE.
You
Coon.
went all the way there.
No, but they're a legit cat. They're like a nice, big, fat, hairy cat.
I'm very new to the game of being I'm gonna say stepfather because I'm not the original breeder, but yeah, because I come from like having dogs. Like I grew up with a lot of random pets actually. So I used to have like an iguana. I used to have a ton of fish, like tiny sharks, hermit crabs, fucking now a puppy, and now 3 cats. Like it's crazy.
Oh, you have a dog now too?
I have the dog in my house, and then with me and my girl's crib, there's 3 cats.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
they don't beef over smells.
Odd. That's good. I guess because they're young. Well,
the cats are hypoallergenic.
How's a cat hypoallergenic?
They make them like that now.
They can't smell other cats?
That's the thing. No, like you can't. They're not the type that you can get allergies from.
Oh, okay. So they're bred to be hypoallergenic.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant the cat was hypoallergenic. Like he can't smell other cats or something, or he gets the hives.
Maybe. I don't know. That would be crazy.
No, but knowing people now, they like do all the, manipulating gene-wise and all that too.
I mean, that's been a thing that's been happening for years. Actually, I learned that in fucking school. One things I learned in school is that eventually are going to be kids called designer babies.
Yeah.
You'll be able to pick what genetics they keep or have or that pass on, not specifically from you, but what you want it to be like. Like if I want my baby to be a fucking fast runner that's muscular, that doesn't get sick and has blue eyes, you can actually pick all those traits now.
I think we're at that point almost. Yeah,
We're
right.
there already. The machine's called CRISPR. It's online. It's like literally out there. Like you can basically design a baby so that diseases wouldn't be harder for it to get
Contract.
sick. Yeah, for it to get harder to contract. So, and that's supposed to be like a bigger problem with like the idea of Earth living as long as it should, or food or water, like all our resources, because with CRISPR, it's actually going to push the life expectancy up. So people will live longer. They're saying people will be able to live up to like 130 years.
Oh shit.
If CRISPR becomes as good as it should be.
Ideally.
Which is fucking crazy if you think about that.
That is scary because I think we got enough people as is now. So if they just live longer, like what's
130.
That's like twice the regular.
The
age.
oldest I think we've seen is like 110, and that's like because of health or like great genetics and shit. But like 130.
Yeah, but they're always like up in the mountains, like in a rocking chair, doing nothing anyway. Look,
there's like some dude from
munching grass,
like Argentina. He cuts down trees. He eats all the food that he grows.
Old as fuck.
He's 90. No, he's like 103, and they like took him to a doctor, and he was like, "Oh, he has a heart of a 45-year-old." Like he literally he doesn't have the shit
until he nuts.
Huh?
Until he nuts. At 100?
Forget about it. Rest in peace. That's gonna be hilarious. Did I just take this shot?
Yeah.
Brugal, sponsored by Brutal.
Brutality.
Boy.
We had a shot of Brugal up on the front. It is Halloween night.
That is good.
We're going to an Afro show actually right after this podcast.
As soon as we're done.
Yep.
In the spirit of Halloween. Are they getting dressed up?
Yeah. I just saw Cito, the bass player. Shout out to him at Cito Bass on Instagram.
Cito.
He is dressed like Waldo. So he's like, "Yo, where you guys at?" And like he pointed the camera like selfie mode. He fucking looks like he has the glasses and everything. I'm like, damn, that's sick. I have no idea if there's a theme. That would be crazy if they're all dressed up like Where's Waldo though.
That's kind of hard because there's no one besides Waldo that matters. No, but that's good because you can be anybody
else. No one's looking for
else.
anyone other than Waldo.
Exactly.
So the subliminal message is like, you don't need to look for. That's if they thought that deep. I'm fucking dressed. I'm dressed as a ninja for fuck's sake. I didn't get the memo.
Now that's a ninja asterisk because I don't think any ninjas were goth with the black nails painted.
Bro, in the podcast. Fucking ask people if ninjas. They do. They
gonna have
do.
to put a poll up.
They do.
Pause.
Bro. Put the. I'm gonna get right to it real quick. Because we're not going to switch topics unless we do. Jesus is king. I cannot agree that it is all trash. I cannot agree. And I'll tell you why. I'm looking at it from a producer's perspective.
Okay.
So I'm not saying that what Kanye's saying matters, although it is definitely getting a lot of people in their feelings. Like, I tried to listen to it with my girl. She made it like 3 tracks. She was like, I fucking hate this shit. Like, Kanye's a dick. Fuck him. And I'm like, don't listen to what he's saying, though. Now, when producers listen to like an album or a certain artist, they listen to him in 3 ways. It's the same when you're making beats.
Yeah.
You listen to it you listen to it through your headphones.
Mm-hmm.
You listen to it through your monitors or your speakers, and then you listen to it in the car. Because those are the 3 places you want people to focus. Like, you want to focus on the mix based on where most of the people are going to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
So headphones, speakers, and then the car.
Right, of course.
Everywhere else, I mean live sound, I don't know if you got a really fucking great setup, like party setup in that environment. You can also do that. I don't know if it's as important because at that point, if you're playing it, you have someone to help you mix it out or at least equalize the sound.
Right.
So I did, and part of the reason why the podcast isn't up earlier is because I wanted to hear it through headphones, speakers, and car. So I heard it through headphones last week when it came out. I heard it through speakers when I got home, like that weekend, like these past few days I've been hearing it.
Okay.
And then car I've been listening to the last 2-3 days. And there are some songs that I'm starting to like, because of karmic specifically.
So
like, but again, it's Kanye, so I don't want to give him a pass. I actually don't want. I want to not like the album, but there are songs, like for example, fucking Matty Beats, who we haven't had up here yet. He did a mix to one of the songs already. Like he already made a remix, and now that song is doper to me because of the idea. I was already thinking of like, damn, there's some songs that are gonna be fire if you can make a beat out of it.
Right.
Like even from the fucking beginning, like with Every Hour, like the church chant, that's a sample. That's a very sample, like friendly song.
And that's what I was going to say too, because it's a good thing we got you in as a producer. You got a different set of ears compared to me because I'm strictly a listener. I don't make or create music. But funny enough, I do the same thing. I got my like gym listen, I got my work listen, I got my walking back home listen, and whatever else I can kind of throw in there to like better judge. Thank God this is a short album, so these are like kind of like, you know, second thought.
It's like somebody made a playlist called Jesus is King, so it's like 30,000 songs on it. Freaking idiot.
But yeah, like you were saying though,
is 11 songs. It's 27 minutes.
Right. And that's what you were saying, though, because that's funny enough. You bring it up now. That first intro track, at least, is a sample.
It's a fucking. I'm dying to fucking have enough time to sit down, and that's a shitty excuse, but I'm dying to have enough time to sit down and really work on that, because I know for a fact that when this album came out, at least 3 people said, "Fuck yeah, I'm gonna sample this."
And that's the only one that kind of rang with me at all. Like, I actually felt that because it rung back to like the Sunday services and how they like the vibes from there.
Honestly, the worst part about this album, if any, is Kanye. Kanye as a singer,
I've
as
heard
a
that
rapper.
a lot too.
You could fucking take out any of his verses and it's fire if you're listening to just the beats. As an album, I mean, there's some song like On God. I think we made it to On God with my girlfriend in the car when we were doing like car listen 1. He says some shit like the IRS is on his ass, that's why he's charging a certain price. He doesn't want his family to starve.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about, Kanye? What are you talking? Your family bailed you out how many times now? You feel me? Like once or twice. Regardless of that bar, there are some things he's saying that people I know aren't going to agree with from a political standard or from a religious standard. But this isn't new. It's fucking, well, when he made Jesus Walks, everyone was bumping it. They didn't like it at first. There was a whole backlash with like, oh, should they play it online or on TV? Then they like rocked with it. Then it started vibrating, and that shockwave of people that liked it. But this is nothing new.
No,
not at all. So it's like, now that it's coming from a different place or a different point of view, you know, some people might not fuck with it. But I still don't like Kanye as a person though. Like I have that duality of like, he's a great fucking producer. Obviously he's motivated me as a producer. He's has those ideas that I want to either change or push forward as a producer. As an artist, as a person, as a rapper,
Yeah. And this album now helped me make that real distinct as far as trying to separate the person from the artist best I can now. I understand where you're coming from what you've been saying. Yeah. Because now this one's a compromise for me. Like, for me at least, this album is definitely the worst one in his whole catalog. It's absolute trash.
Well, what about
secular, it's sacrilegious, and this is me going off of what he said.
Yeah.
That's one aspect. Production-wise, I'll give you that much. Yes, it's cool overall, but it's poorly mixed. It's half-assed and rushed.
I think that's what's fucking with how it's being accepted by listeners, is that we expected Yandhi, right? Yeah. We wanted Yandhi so fucking bad. This was pre-Trump bullshit. This was pre I'm MAGA. I'm super Christian, pre everything. This was pre shit Kanye. Yeah. Which is the phase I think we're in. We're in the phase where he's either having, I have two ideas. He's either having a midlife crisis and he's accepting that he's getting old, and he's accepting that he's at an age where his health can be a factor, where the things he did when he was younger coming into the game can be a factor now, where he is viewed as a father and he does have people depending on him on a day-to-day basis. So he's trying to get to that level of success again where he doesn't have to worry about it so much. And the other point of view is like, this is just the guy who finally matured to the age where he doesn't fucking care anymore. Like, he doesn't care about his fans. He doesn't care about making what was gonna be good music. Remember, what happened to good music? What happened to fucking like having a whole gang of people on the album? That never happened. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
that shit's out the window now. So it's either he doesn't care or he's just trying to make enough money to fucking like just live good for the rest of his life.
Which you can't blame him for, as far as trying to like secure the proverbial bag for like his generations beyond him and his immediate children. That's fine. But it comes now, at least again to me solely, it comes at the compromise of, you're at the age, yes, midlife crisis is most likely. It makes sense too. There's a compromise of being the artist. What do I do now to even connect with today's audience?
Let's not forget he still has these mental issues.
He still got that going on,
doesn't go away.
Which bothered me as far as what he was saying on the album. Again, back to the lyrics, because what he's saying is what I feared most, is that he half-assed like the outreach for mental health or help me, I'm like dying on the inside per se.
Right.
And cover that up with immediately running to religion, or even worse, covering himself and dousing himself in Jesus head to toe and use that as a scapegoat.
That's where I'm kind of like, okay, make up your fucking mind, because he came in the game that way. It's not that but you got hints of it. It's not that he was Jesus Walks the whole album. He was Jesus Walks for 3 songs way back when. And then it was Money, Bitches, and Hoes. Then it's like, you go into Late Registration, it's more like his life in Chicago. Then you go into Graduation, you get him at his creative control peak. Then you get Yeezus or whatever. That's his rebel phase, his fuck you phase.
But it was still him, though, rebelling, not like the sound and like how he thought it might sound if he did it.
I mean, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to get into the mind of someone who doesn't know what he's thinking half the time.
Of course. And don't forget 808s, too, which got really...
808s and Heartbreak was a fucking... I still, like... That's a very important album.
Yeah.
It's a very important album.
That's a milestone album for him.
Yes. I think that's an album that, for most people, previous generation, this generation, it's important because it does touch on a lot of emotion. And that's what kind of is... I'm not saying it's what's needed. It was important at that time because it was the starting phase of awareness to health and mental health.
Exactly.
It's not something that was out there, but you could definitely hear like pain and an outcry in that album.
Right. Because before that, like, it was taboo to even speak about something deep or profound on, like, let's say even a personal level from whoever it came from.
Yeah.
Because that opened up the floodgates, like we all know by now. Cuddy, Drake, everybody else going that whole lane and just took that ball and ran with it. Because let's say before that, the deepest somebody would get would be like an abortion song from Akinelli. Like, mid-verse, like, I gotta throw this bitch down the stairs because I really don't want that baby, but I'm just telling you because it's real like that.
That's fucking crazy.
That's a real song, and like he got protests. That's like 93-ish, I think, and he got backlash for that too, which made sense because he was literally talking about, I'm planning to either punch this bitch in the stomach or toss it down the nearest stairs to get rid of that kid because I really don't need that in my life.
Wild. Why? Either one is wild.
And I know you're young, but don't forget that's the same guy that made an anthem of put it in my motherfucking mouth.
Right.
So,
well, what did you expect?
What do you expect from him, though? That's
what do you expect? Exactly. So my thing is and I don't want to talk about it much more, but with Kanye, it's like he went from being the guy that was looking for thick bitches into blah 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 to now having kids with the thick bitch, right?
Well, the store-bought kind of import from here and there thick bitch.
So
she was thick though beforehand. That's a given.
No,
she was that ethnic, European thick.
She was like the Egyptian vibe, I think. She's not Egyptian, but she's definitely out Middle East.
No, I see that. Yeah, the one eyebrow, rich enriching
One eyebrow.
skin and the naturally, proverbial fat ass.
The Aladdin glow vibes.
Oh, Jasmine was never that thick.
No, but
Even in the cartoon,
if
she wasn't that thick.
If she was, how popular would Aladdin be right now?
Back when or now?
Back then.
Oh, you mean like the remake? If they would have remade it like
yeah.
extra thick?
Yeah.
Like Aisha Diaz?
What's good, Aisha?
Yasmin?
Oh man. No, but I mean, just to end it on that basis with this dude, it's like, well, how did you feel? So you think this is worse than Life of Pablo? Because Life of Pablo, I feel like could have been way more. Like, all right, just to start off.
Until this drop, Pablo was the worst. Or the
Yeah.
weak. Or maybe I won't even say worse, like the weaker.
Because it started with Ultralight Beam.
Which was, again, my point. Like, it was still Kanye's sound, his interpretation, but influenced by the gospel, not directly taken, okay, I have to make something gospel.
Yeah.
Let me see how this could work by, like, just, I'll throw Jesus in there a couple of times. I'll throw, how I feel as a follower of Jesus and etc. Like, kind of wildly experimenting with it.
If you heard, what are your top 3 songs on Jesus is King? Do you have a top 3? You don't have a top 3? Shit.
I mean, okay, the one that caught me immediately was Follow God.
Okay.
Because of the beat, the sampling, whatever that was used. It was like, that could have worked had it not been like half-assed.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And I guess maybe number 2 would be just like the one with the Clips and Kenny G on it.
Uh-huh. Okay. That
Take
was
This
gonna say.
Gospel.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Which everybody's joke on Twitter was like, is that the car ignition sound like when you leave your keys in too long beat?
Wow.
Yeah.
And you open the door. Ding, ding, ding.
And just leaving them in there. I don't drive.
That
so
actually, see, if it was, that's a little deep, right?
and it does sound like
car
it, though.
crash.
Yeah.
Car crash. He died. He had a car accident,
Mhm.
so he would have woke up hearing that sound. He would have woke up hearing
Right.
that's crazy. If it was, but again, this is Kanye.
That's giving him too much credit, I think, at this point.
He had Kenny G on the album. That's wild.
With a solo at the end, and it's still like, it was,
I think what he did do good was bait.
Yeah.
I'll give him that.
Absolutely.
He baited the shit out of this album. Like,
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like, even I feel like the ends of the songs are better than the beginnings. Because it's almost like he puts the song in reverse form. So he wants you to hear how it would close out the intro of the ending, the middle verses or breaks, and then the end would be the beat, like the downbeat of the start.
Right.
That's how Use This Gospel I felt like was. Because it ends with the beat. And the beat is great, but it's only fucking 15 seconds long.
Yeah, and there's such a poor use of like the clips coming back together, Pusha and No Malice too.
Yeah. Man.
It just bothers me on so many levels because I know it's a ploy. I know it's like baiting and everything too to get them to listen. But and I know you're listening with different ears. I respect that because you're respecting the production on it, which again, I'll admit is cool overall.
Yeah.
There's like stuff that could have been worked on. It could have been touched
absolutely, so I'd give it like a 3 out of 5. And that's a solid number because of production, not because of the verses and not because of my own religious beliefs, because Chris, that's a whole different conversation as far as like, okay, bro, like on God, you fucking bullshit. Oh, that's on me. That's on God. Yeah, you say that when you mean you're serious. So you're serious about your girl being like Chick-fil-A on God. Fucking Trump supporting sandwich.
There's something wrong with people that actually co-sign that line. The Chick-fil-A, close on Sunday, whatever.
Close on Sunday, you my Chick-fil-A.
That is absolute ass.
That was ass.
That's straight butt cheeks, perfect split down the middle. Envision your perfect idea of ass. That's all it is.
No, so that's a good way. I would have said that's like construction worker. But again, if you're not listening to the words, production's pretty. Like a song I did like, and I heard it like 4 or 5 times on the way here was Everything We Need. That one is good. I like
because of Ty.
Yeah, because of Ty. I mean, and I don't even listen to him on the regular. Like he
Not
just
me either.
one thing. Like it's good that he still has the people around him he does, and he's fucking lucky that he has the people around him because they are all very creative.
Yeah.
He can throw a trash beat on and just co-sign Ty or Clips or fucking Kenny G, and it's a bop. It'll save the album.
Salvageable, right?
If that song did not have Ty, it would be trash.
Absolutely.
That's just my opinion. But
or,
yeah.
you know, he could have saved it by just, again, I think what everybody's saying at this point almost is him not on it. No vocals involved. He
No
could have made a
vocals?
strictly instrumental gospel album.
Because it was like hood gospel. Like, you have songs that are definitely, like, the first song is definitely a gospel.
Yeah.
No question. He's not on it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good. Then the second song is what, Sela?
Yeah.
Or Sela, however you say it.
Salah.
He's on it. He's trying to rap. And you got these strong vocals, strong, like, dark vibe, fucking almost like Stranger Things presence.
Yeah.
If you really listen to it. It's dope. Fucking Maddie, again. Yo, that's 2 shout outs. You got to come to this fucking, we got to do this.
Yeah.
He completely flipped it and turned it into like the beat you wanted to hear.
Mm-hmm.
You can find it on his IG, but like shit like that is just like, okay, this is, and that's the only reason why Kanye is still important is because in a producer's head, now they're like, oh, okay. Like, my idea is like, okay, let's redo this whole album and not get sued and make it better and take his vocals out. Or like sample his vocals where he's not on the whole track. And now you have a new beat project out.
That's true. And I mean, hey, that all stemmed from like the Black album. They had the Gray album, all that, the White album.
Right.
So why not?
Fucking Pokemon with the album. The Ruby Red album. The
Diamond
Gold
Crystal.
album. Yeah. The Charmander fucking album. Let's do it.
Hey, relax with Charmander. That was my starter with those 3.
I don't understand why they all had to say their own names though. That shit was weird.
That is redundant.
Why? Like, are they all dumb?
I mean,
Are they all semi-dumb?
They all do damage to each other a lot, so.
The only one that didn't say his name, I think, was Mewtwo, because he was smart as fuck.
Well,
Right?
yeah, because he was man-made, though.
Oh.
He wasn't au natural. Did you not see the first movie, Mewtwo Strikes Back, 1999 release?
Is that the one with Mew, where he, like,
Yeah, Mew
turn
versus
ash into
Mewtwo.
stone, and then everyone fucking cries,
Mm-hmm.
and he brings back to... I didn't know that's how that stone works. So you could just cry over a fucking statue, and it'll come to life? That's wild.
Well, if science is applicable, and you look at the Grand Canyon, you know, water, like, ripped its way through all that over time and kind of made its, like, presence felt. I think the salt in the water kind of dissolves into the sediment. It takes a long-ass time, but I get it. It was, like, sped up in Pokemon.
That's a lot of tears, bro.
Come on, you get a Lapras.
They basically took the idea of Goku forming a spirit bomb and put it into fucking emotion.
Don't get me started on Dragon Ball.
Spare me your energy. Come on, I need to defeat Frieza. He used it on fucking Frieza. Frieza was a bitch ass. He was a bitch ass villain,
Frieza's the
bro.
purple and white one?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that looks kind of like Mewtwo-ish.
Yeah, exactly my point. Exactly my point. Hey, writers of cartoons, come up with your own idea. No, let me stop fucking around. But because that shit was legit. I don't appreciate that it took 30 episodes for one fucking spirit bomb.
That's what I'm saying. When I try to get into it, when they translated to English, finally, the official English one on WB on Saturday mornings, it took like 5 episodes to build one spirit bomb.
Will Goku actually throw the spirit bomb? Or will Frieza have the guts to punch him and turn it off? Why the fuck was it so hard? You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's all it takes, by the way. If someone kicks Goku in the face,
while
the
he's
spirit
doing it, it
bomb's
stops
gone.
it.
Yeah.
It's like it's buffering on
Why did we
nonstop.
take 5 episodes? Like, or is all the energy like buffering through space from fucking Earth?
It's all contracted from all the realms.
Or did he kill that many fucking Namekians that there was like no one left? And he's like, trees of Namek, waters from the river, spare me your energy. Fucking 5 episodes later, yeah. And then Frieza's like, it's impossible. He's like, you fucking saw it the whole time. You saw it coming.
It's a really slow burn.
Seriously.
He's like a less effeminate Captain Planet. When he contracted all the elements.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Ginyu Force. That shit was hilarious. It's just funny that they had so much ideas around this one. Oh, let's go to this planet and fuck shit up. And they got like 20 people to do it. And it takes a goddamn year to go through all 20 people. Like, come on, bro. And then like the next season, it's even worse. You only have 4 people. Right, with like the androids, there was like 4 people. It was like Cell, the 2 androids, the 3 androids if you count the one that helped him, and I don't know what else, but it was like 4 or 5 people. They fucked up a whole planet. Seriously.
I think I might have vaguely seen that, but at least what I tried to watch was one season. I think they knew like 5 episodes of this shit building up is like not worth it. We're gonna drop this shit.
Yeah. I appreciate it though. I do appreciate it. Dragon Ball's important.
But ain't there like so many like interpretations of it, or like the GT, Z, Kai, Power?
I'm sure there's supposed to be an order, because I know that like after all that was done, they went back to when he was a kid. So it's like following the storyline.
The origins.
Yeah. They just did it in shitty order, like with Metal Gear. They did it. The fucking Metal Gear is an amazing, important video game to the culture. But they fucking didn't do it in order. You had to wait until
that was sloppy.
Like PS3 to find out. Oh, this is the original. This is the guy that they're all talking about in 1, 2, and fucking 3. It's the guy in like 4 and 5. It's like, oh shit.
Solid Snake, Vibrant Snake.
So like,
Transparent Snake.
So Solid Snake, the guy you play as, is a clone of the original person.
Oh god.
And when you get to the 4th one, you find out he's so fucking old because he doesn't age well. Clones don't age well, right? So then the original guy's been dead for like 100, not even now. The original guy is like fucked up, like missing an eye and all that shit. Bro, it was amazing. It was amazing. I used to, like, that was my church. That game was my fucking church.
I never played one fully through. I tried playing whatever the one that came out on PS4 initially. The demo was like 5 gigs, and you had to like creep down on like muddy sand and break into the fence and like snap some necks, and then like I kept fucking up, so I just gave up on it. I can never be silent. I always get caught, and I had it on easy or whatever you call it too.
There's literally one where you gotta bump into them in order to alert them. So you had it on a mode where like if you step too hard, there's literally a mode where you have no map, and if you step too hard, they can fucking, oh, what was that noise? Yeah, like you set them off right away. And then there's fucking like modes where you gotta punch them in the face, and they're like, oh, there's a guy right here. Like it's that easy.
No, and I remember I got into a verbal dispute, a fight per se, in middle school because my boy wouldn't believe me when I played Metal Gear Solid 2, I think.
Yeah.
Telling him about
probably the best one.
Yeah, that's the PS2 one, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Best one.
So I remember I made it to one part in the first level where you had to like hang off the ledge.
Yep.
And you have like no grip strength.
Yep.
But I think I might have fucked up somehow. Like I wasn't like falling off the ledge at all. I was just like there all day. And I kept telling my boys like, no, you're not. You're a fucking liar. You don't get that to like whatever fucking however far into the game you get.
No, so check this out. If you do, so you can do pull-ups.
Yeah.
You can press like L2 and R. If you're playing PS3 or PS2, you press L2 and R2, and you do a pull-up.
Mm-hmm.
And so for every 100 pull-ups you do, his grip goes up.
Oh.
Yep. So you can fucking go up to like level 3 or level 4. You're gonna be there for like 10 minutes doing fucking pulls. But after you do that, you can hang for like 10 minutes at a time. It's crazy.
That's what bothers me about that Hideo whatever his name
Kojima?
is. Yeah.
Don't talk bad about my boy like that.
No, it's not a knock, but he thinks about too many things that make it like super deep.
That's what's great about the game is that you can go back and learn something new. Like dog tags. So people who didn't collect dog tags, if you collect all the dog tags, you get an infinite wig. Like you get a blue wig, and when you put it on, you don't run out of ammo. Or like the fucking stealth, like the machine, the actual stealth, like you're invisible. Like fucking Harry Potter. Harry Potter, you fucking put on the blanket or the cloak, and you're fucking invisible. It's literally the same thing. You can go around, punch someone, they won't fucking see you. They're gonna be like, oh shit, the wind is so strong right now. That shit feels like a punch in the face, and then you knock them out.
It's like a lethal battle.
For real. For real. That's exactly what
I'm sure your brother, shout outs to Manny. He's got some lethal ones
Bales?
packed in the chamber. Yeah, that's a big
Don't
boy.
test them. Don't test them. don't go, oh, let's go find out how lethal it is. It's fucking bad. Terrible.
That's why I'm scared to play that new thing coming out next week, Death Stranding.
Oh,
I pre-ordered
it's
it, and I'm
coming out?
definitely going to get it.
Ooh, let me know how that goes.
Yeah, but
That
like,
game's supposed to be dope.
but he's saying like it's not until halfway through you play it where you'll start to like rearrange your life order to just play the game first and everything else comes second.
So yeah, he's baiting. He's baiting.
Right, but
I don't think you're gonna get anything like Metal Gear in a long time. And this is, I mean, I'm also the fucking guy who I believe I went into a video game like a life coma. Like I don't know anything about PS4 or Xbox One or 2 or fucking PS5 because they're already making that. I don't know anything about any dope games right now. I know about everything from PS3 down. I don't know what the fuck. I literally, like low-key, I feel like I woke up one day and like realized I have a PS3 and it's been like 10 years. Like,
Still?
I don't know. Yeah. I don't have a PS4. I only have a PS3 right now. Go ahead, make fun of me. I'll smack you. Not you. Not you. Not you. Everyone else. Not you.
no way. I mean, people still watch DVDs or
This
Blu-rays.
this dumbass. I went to GameStop looking for PS3 games. He goes, yeah, it's kind of a dead system. I'm like, your mother's a dead system. The fuck are you talking about? Like, the most important games were on PS2 and 3. There wouldn't be any games on PS4.
That is true. I'm still mad I can't get GTA 4 for PS4.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I love that game.
GTA 4, is that the Russian dude?
Yeah,
Smuggling
Nico.
people. Killing people. That's what I do. That's what he says.
Yeah.
That's not me making fun of him. That's what he
my
says.
name's Nico Bellic.
Yeah. Yeah.
And your annoying ass cousin Roman. Hey, cousin, we need to go bowling.
That's crazy. I didn't get to play that one. I
You
stopped
did.
at. Did I?
Yeah, because I remember, funny enough, I remember MySpace when I commented on that thing to you, and you actually got back to me like, oh, it's so ill. I love this fucking game. I'm never leaving home and shit.
I don't see. That's I wouldn't remember that.
It's like 08.
Shit, it's 10 years exactly. 11 years. I don't. Yeah, bro. I got up one day. I'm like, I want to play Metal Gear. They're like, Metal Gear. You need to get PS4 for the new one, and then the new one is trash.
I heard. Yeah, I think that's the one I played, and it
The
wasn't
Survive or the Phantom Pain.
I think Phantom Pain, because it had DLC afterwards that made it somewhat better, but initially they were like, this isn't Metal Gear.
That's not. Yeah, it ends. I would say the last game you can get is Resistance, the one with Raiden. He's like chopping people up and shit. That one's dope. That one's like real gritty, nitty gritty. Like, you won't get the story of Metal Gear, but you'll get.
I don't think you ever do with Metal Gear.
Nah, there's a story.
But it's so like branched out and complicated.
That game is like Metal Gear on crack, basically. It's just you like storming through the game and like chopping people, like chop sueying.
Is that the one with the big ass mecha robots or something?
Yeah, those are all the. So that's the thing. When you think about how far it's gone, you're talking about the first game was one big ass Metal Gear, and you're like a dot on the floor. That's fucking like that was like, oh my god, right? Now you're fucking like half, not even half. You're like a quarter human, and the other 3/4 fucking like machine. And this dude can like, you have pain receptors and a fucking like energy charged sword, and he's like, Colonel, turn my pain receptor off. Like, he can fucking stab himself and not feel it. He's like, this is what makes me feel alive. It's like, do you need to do that? No, but it makes the game fun. The idea, like, this dude is so fucking like hellbound on killing people and like fucking shit up that he's like, I want to feel pain again. But he's 3/4.
He's
machine.
definitely every emo white boy's dream.
Absolutely.
Like that level.
Absolutely.
You just needed a hug, but you just went that whole other realm.
Well, yeah, the story behind that is crazy, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I've already been rambling about Metal Gear for like 15 minutes.
But speaking of having to go on, let's say, a marathon run of playing through that whole series and saga.
Fuck yeah. Turn my pain receptors off for the marathon. Fuck that. I don't want to feel
I hope you
any-
have that in time for Sunday, boy, because you got that New York City marathon of all things to prep for. AO,
Yes, sir.
ready to get it on.
Yes, sir.
Strap on all the endorsements and the numbers and the pins to the clothes and
Yes,
bury it
sir.
on his chest.
So shout outs to On Running. This was a Swiss brand that decided to let me put on a pair of shoes, a brand new shoes, the day of the marathon.
And you said that was taboo to not do that.
You're not supposed to do that.
You're supposed to have broken in pairs.
That's an unwritten rule that's been followed by millions of runners for the last 40, 50 years. Is you never wear a pair. So, and the rules changed. You can wear the same pair of shoes that are new, but you have to break them in. So what these guys are doing as a brand is saying, our shoes are so fucking awesome that you don't need to break them in. You can wear them. You can take them. You can buy them the day before the marathon, wake up, put them on, and go do a marathon. And they selected 10 to 15 or 20 people that were crazy enough to do it, that including myself. And they geared them up and they're like, go for it. Like, we want to document your experience. Like, be honest. Like, if it's trash, tell us it's trash. If it's amazing, tell us it's amazing.
Yeah, tell us after 26.2 miles it's trash. If God forbid your fucking feet are like.
I mean, to be honest, they did it last year and like there were no Spanish people in it, which is crazy. So it's like, I think they had like 1 or 2 people from New York.
Spanish people only run to the kitchen. They like turn out the stove.
That's fucked up.
Come on, ask your mom. Come on. She definitely did that.
Yeah, we said my mom.
You know, in the middle of novella commercial break, she's running over there.
Oh, shit, the rice.
Gone.
Oh, man. No, and it's even more meaningful because, like, my pops used to be. I definitely got it from my pops. Like, he's a runner. He did a marathon. He didn't have a great time, but this was at the point where he was, like, 40-something.
Oh shit!
He was
okay.
doing, smoking cigarette. He lived that 70s, 80s life that you hear about, like
real as fuck.
Just fucking coke and shit. No. Stop.
Did he have the coke nail, the pinky, the extra long
pinky
nail?
No. He didn't have that. He had a good structure of coming up as like hard ass. Like he's that bald brown dude that nobody fucks with on the block. Like he's that big motherfucker. Like that's who he was growing up, right? So like doing things like doing a marathon, it would seem normal to him and like taboo to everyone else. Like, who the fuck runs marathons, right? But I mean, it was normal at that point. It's just at that age, you don't expect a guy that big having the body he does to be like, oh, I'm gonna just go do a marathon.
He
like,
just
not
geared up and
train, not fucking like.
Oh wow!
Like go on a weekend of like partying and drinking, and then fucking do a marathon and like be fine and be fine the next day. Like it's nothing. Like that was my pops for a bit.
Wow. Okay.
So it's like I'm not doing that. Obviously, like I'm already aware the diet plays a big issue. That's another unwritten rule. Like if you want to be a better runner, do not fuck with your diet. Like actually keep it clean and lean,
right? And
hydrate. That's a big one. A lot of people don't do that. The people you see that look like sticks, like lean sticks, their diet's amazing. Half of them. There are some people that they don't put on muscle or they don't put on fat because that's their genetics.
Right.
But that doesn't make them healthy. But the fact that they have that sort of structure, it makes it easy for them to run.
Oh yeah, they're more like aerodynamic.
I know a dude who fucking like rips Coronas like it ain't shit, and then he'll run like a 6-minute, 5-minute mile. And beer dries you out, by the way. It fucking, like, if you drank a half a gallon of water and then went and did like 2 shots of vodka, whatever, midway through the race, you're going to dry the fuck out. You're not even going to sweat anymore. It's just going to fucking, like, whatever's left of you is going to pour out. And within half an hour, you feel like you're, like, in the desert. So it's crazy. I mean, I've never done New York, but this isn't my first marathon. So I already know what pain to expect. What I'm not ready to deal with is like a million people yelling at me. Like that's supposed to be like the experience that everyone talks about. The experience that everyone is like so forthcoming and like if you ask anyone about New York Marathon, no one frowns. Everyone's like happy. They're like, oh my God, it was the best thing ever. Because you literally, if you don't run with music on, it's literally just people giving you positive energy for hours.
So is that like a runner's high, I guess?
Part of it. The runner's high is your body chemically drowning itself in endorphins and dopamine. But you only get that at a specific distance. So when you hit, let's say it's 13, 18, and 20. So like, matter of fact, let's do lower. Let's do 8, 10, and 13.
Mhm.
So at 8, you're like, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this. At 10, you stop feeling pain, and at 13, you're happy as fuck.
Or you got over the hump, I guess.
Exactly. But the thing with marathon is that everything's like doubled. So like at 8, you're like, oh, you're warming up. Oh, it's not so bad. At 15, you're like, this fucking sucks. This is the worst thing ever.
Mhm.
I would rather be dead. At 20, you contemplate killing yourself. Like legit, like casket, color, who's going to pick it up? Everything. It's you mentally break. And that's why they call it the wall too, is because people's body physically shut down. So there's people that get to a point where if they take another step, they fucking die. Like their body just drops. It's super numbing to the body. They start crying. Like there's people who make it, and this is the horror story that I heard from somebody. Is like when you get to Central Park, you see a bunch of people on the floor, like sitting on the side of the road, and the fucking finish line is within eye view. Like let's say it's like 7 blocks away. They fucking can't.
Wow.
That shit is crazy to me. There's people like, oh my God, like bawling in tears, bro. And they can't get up and walk that far because to them, it's the worst pain in their life.
Have you gotten that with any of the ones you've done so far?
I experienced a very I call it EC. I experienced an existential crisis. At a race. It was a Spartan race though. It wasn't a regular race. It's a race with obstacles. So I'm in the middle. I forgot where it was too. But I was doing a race that was probably 18, 19 miles. And I was at mile 13, 14. And at this point, everyone that I started with has passed me. And I'm now behind the people that were behind the last people. My body was shot. I had 0. I had less than 0 in the tank.
Was that your first one you did, or
no? This is me as a seasoned runner. And for whatever reason, I could not go any faster than walking, like old lady walking. My body just fucking said "fuck you," and my literally was like, "Why am I here?" Like it got so bad. I thought it was pointless to be running, period. Like that's how bad it got, bro. It was I'm thinking about it now, and it's like that feeling is the worst. That's probably the worst. It's like imagining everyone you love already dead. It's that sad. But I fucking got mad. I started yelling. I punched a tree. I fucking cut up my hat. This is all a true story. Punched the tree. Some dude, God bless his Ralph. He was like a 73-year-old guy from Iowa. He's with his wife of 30 years. They're the last people, the actual last people. They see me and they go, "Are you okay, buddy?" I'm like, "I fucking hate this. I just want to go home and shit," right? And the dude's like, "Oh, you're cramping." Like he looks at my leg, my foot is going left and my knee's going right. And he's like, "Oh, you're cramping. That's what it is." He pulls out a bag of salt pills and he's like, "Put this under your tongue and get up and walk." And I'm like, "Nah." He's like, "Hey, I appreciate it, man, but no, I'm not listening to you. Like you in my mind, I'm like, you're fucking dead already too." Like that's how, right? He gives me the salt pill. His wife pulls out a bottle, like a clear bottle, and she's like, "Oh, drink some. Like gave me some water. 4 minutes later, I'm fine. And I'm just like, damn, being dehydrated, no energy, and then your body cramping on top of hitting the wall is, it's torture, bro.
Wow. Saving grace.
But after that,
yeah,
it's heaven. It's heaven. It's the reason why people run. Yeah. It's a big reason why people run. And that's only marathon or half marathon. Some people get that feeling at their own limit. So I know I have a coworker of mine. She does ultra marathons. That's 50, anywhere between 50 to 100. That's like anywhere between actually 30 miles, because anything after a marathon is considered an ultra. So if I went 27 miles, it's an ultra.
How are those legal?
Why
would you go that long?
Bro, 100-mile races.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, that's an ultra.
Where do they do a 100-mile run?
Everywhere. They do.
Where do you have 100 miles to run?
Everywhere. You have 100 miles in New York. You could do Manhattan 5 times. You could run around the island of Manhattan 5, 6, 7 times. That's 100 miles. And some people do that. There are actually races out here that exist of people. It's not spotlighted. There's not a huge site.
I wouldn't think so.
It's very hush hush. But they'll do like cover like the outer border of Staten Island, the outer border of Manhattan, the outer border of Brooklyn, the outer border of Queens.
Oh, so all by the water.
Yeah. No, I mean some of them. I mean, she's told me stories about shit like they'll start and end in Times Square.
She makes it sound like a drug run.
It is. It is, bro. It is. This is a mom of like 2-3 kids. She fucking runs.
She got time to run 100 miles.
Yeah, and she loves. She says. You think marathons are crazy? Try an ultra. Like fuck you. I'm not doing an ultra. You crazy? She's like that high. 1,000,000 times better. 1,000,000 times better. I'm thinking to myself like I wanted to kill myself at 18 miles. How am I gonna feel at 67? You know what I mean? Like, or like, not even if I won't even make it that far. I have 41 where I'm like, oh, this is 2 marathons I'm about to do. Fuck that.
I still got like 3 more.
Yeah. Like, no, not at all. I'm not at all like enthused by that. I'm good with marathon. My best distance, I would say, is a half marathon where I can like push myself to go fast and really like go for it. That's a good distance for me. And you're done in under 3 hours.
Okay.
Like marathon, I want to shoot for under 5, but new shoes, new gear, new everything. I'm pretty sure one of my family members is probably going to give me alcohol. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna be mad. I have to do it again next year.
Oh, you
I'm doing it again next year.
Okay, well, next year will definitely be better because you'll
absolutely
know this time around what to expect, and then like
of
the prep.
Course. Everyone's telling me like you're gonna cry, and I'm like, why? I was like, the people are gonna get to you.
Oh come on, the fuck.
Because it's true. It's true though. It's true. Think about it. So opposite of the thought you have when you're running and you're enduring pain. Imagine everyone you cared about saying how much they love you and go faster and yeah, you got it. That's fucking emotional.
Hurry the fuck up! I want to go home.
Yeah. That's really what they're saying. That's really what they're saying. But I mean, I'm like, I have freaking family members that I don't get to see in months talk about like, oh, like send us your number. We're gonna track you.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
So that's like, yeah, like it makes me feel good that that's the thing. You know, it fucking took them 3 years, but
you track me here, track me at court.
Yeah. Track me when I'm in California doing it again, or in Florida doing it again. Like that's another thing. Is like there's so many other races in the world that can be 1,000,000 times better than New York, but New York is so popular.
Oh yeah.
And I think the idea of if you're a native or if you lived here long enough, knowing how fucking treacherous and shitty the concrete and streets can be, and then running through every borough and doing it yourself, it's like, yeah, it feels good. It feels, the idea of conquering the city and all the shit it gives you is pretty dope.
I'm tempted to do one.
There you go.
But I think about my feet. I already got calluses from like lifting these weights allegedly because, you know.
Allegedly? So you don't believe if you...
Yeah, you know, come on. I'm still solid and fat, whatever, you know, come on.
I will say this. I feel like, so it's kind of similar. I don't know. I've never had a weight high. I know like the pump feeling. You're like, oh yeah. So you get that in your head and in the muscles that you work out.
Mm-hmm.
But running is your whole body.
Yeah.
So it's something you can't compare. Like I can't even imagine like CrossFitters, like their high must be nuts.
They're insanity.
Their high must be like ridiculous. But like I feel like that's a much more physical toll, much more physical wall you have to get through.
You hear their stories afterwards of doing it for so long, they like take a toll on their body.
Oh yeah.
Massively so. And it makes sense. They're doing like, you know, overhead squats into like jumping jacks and splits.
Yeah.
running in place and then like 10 pull-ups or
Box
whatever.
jumps and then fucking like lifting like
Flip the big ass
300
tire.
pounds. Like yeah. It's fun though. It is fun.
I'm sure it is, but at the toll it takes, I don't know about that.
I rather run honestly because of the idea that long term you're reverse aging.
That too. Okay. Yeah.
Like I see people my grandfather's age smoking people out there, and it's because they've been running forever. Like they have races. There was a race like 2 months ago. It was a mile long. It was only a mile. Fifth Avenue Mile. With New York Roadrunners. They separated by age groups. So you take anyone from like 18 to 23.
Mm-hmm.
So you're talking about like JV high school and college, collegiate, like pro athletes fucking running and gunning for each other. They're going to crush this mile in under 4 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Like anywhere between like 350 to like 440. All of them are done. Like
wow.
Take that. Yeah, exactly. Like let that sink in for a second. You can listen to a Kanye song, a shit Kanye song.
Yeah.
That's 4 or 5 minutes long.
You can
listen to Ultralight. You can listen to Ultralight Beam, and someone just ran a mile.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's how fast they're going. Now, if you go to a race and see these people how fast they run, you get hit with the wind from how fast they're going. Like if you're at the fence and someone just happens to go like in front of you, they're fast, bro. They're fucking fast. Like I just did a thing with Nike, with the guy, Elliot Kipchoge. This dude just broke 2 hours. It was an unofficial. They can't count it officially because it wasn't during a race, but no one's ever broke. The biggest record to date before that was, don't hate me if I get it wrong, Robert Bannister broke the 4-minute mile. That was about 40 years ago. Like close to 40. I want to say more than 40 years ago. That was the first guy to break a 4-minute mile. That's the biggest thing that's happened in the last 4 years in running. This guy just broke a 2-hour marathon. That's like, so basically you're running at a full-on sprint.
The whole time.
The whole time. Like an average person, when they're sprinting, when they're running away from something, they're going at the speed that he's going for a full marathon. Because that's basically what they had us do. They were like, oh, how many people want to go at like Kipchoge pace? It's like you got to go from 200 meters. You got to cover 200 meters in less than 34 seconds. 200 meters is long.
It sounds long.
It's fucking long. Like I was gassed to do that shit. And they're like, and then they took the people that didn't want to do it and they're like, stand right here. We want you to see how fast they're going. This guy like held the camera out. They were all blurs. Everyone that ran, it was a blur. It was like, that's how fast he's going for 2 hours. I was like, fuck, dude, that's so fast. Like I can't even imagine. And he did it in like 40. He did it in his 40s.
On top of that, oh wow.
On top of that, he did it in his fucking 40s. He's been trying to do this shit for years, and he just broke it. Shout outs to him, man, because he just immortalized himself doing that. And that's and his message was, I want people to break it. His message was, no human is limited. He's like the next generation, they're gonna break it. Oh, because I set the standard. Now it's your job to break it. That's
with the diets and the workouts and everything, the conditioning now, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. There was a guy that just did a marathon in Berlin. He did 2:01.
Shit.
Like they're people are like, we're not gonna see that till the scientists said we're not gonna see someone break 2 hours until 2079. This dude said, fuck you, watch this. Amazing.
I'll be lucky and I'll be glad if I make it to like 40 and I can still wipe my ass without like grunting too hard. I'm bending my elbow too far back.
Oh man.
That's impressive though. But it's a feat to try to duplicate, if anything. If
absolutely.
possible.
Absolutely.
So now we know you're trying to go break the speed of light, if anything.
Hell fucking no. I'm good. I'm good living my life.
Yeah, you know. 2
I'm
shots
good
of
living my
Brugal.
life. I'll be happy if I could have a shot of Brugal and still finish in the time I want to finish. Honestly.
We got you nice and prepped, though.
Yeah, I'm as ready as I can be. I've been running. I've been doing these other races that are, distances you want to be doing to get ready for something like that. They say your last run is supposed to be at least 20 miles. Some people do 22 miles. And then the other 4 are just like mentally you getting through it. Or one guy said it's like a 20-mile jog and a 6-mile run. So you have to push your body to get to 20 and then actually just carry along for 20 miles at a pace you're comfortable.
Then haul
and then
ass.
6 miles you go. That's when the real race starts, is at 20 miles. And that's why there's more people there, because everyone's like, go, you got it. It's like, no, some people actually die at 18 or fucking 15.
I'm trying to cross the fucking street. Hurry up.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh, man.
But it's
I'm excited, though. I'm super, super ecstatic to see.
it'll be an accomplishment set in stone. It'll be something to look back on and be like, I did it, man.
Yeah.
November 3rd, I believe, Sunday.
Yep.
The New York City Marathon 2019 edition, now including, of all people, AO Productions 1.
Yes, sir.
Oh, my God.
We're finally doing it. I'm so tired of people asking me if I've done New York. I work at a running store, and people ask me if I'm a runner. Do you know how annoying that is?
No. I mean, in today's day and age, listen, you step into the vitamin shop now, you see like somebody 400 or 500 pounds legit that ain't lived nothing more than a cheeseburger in their life, and they like working behind the counter. Like, oh, do you need assistance? Can I help you pick a protein powder today?
He's like, this one's really good. I've tried it myself.
Tastes like a burger. It's good.
It's chocolate
Birthday
milkshake.
cake.
Yeah, it tastes like it's a chocolate milkshake. It tastes like Nesquik. It's like, oh, you've taken it before? He's like 250. No muscle. But he knows his shit.
Yeah.
But I would think at this point I look like a runner at least.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But there's people coming in like, you run? Do you race and stuff? And I'm like, half the people that say that shit, I'm like, no.
What?
No, I don't.
I got to ask you, though. So then, Brooklyn's been tainted as far as the gentrification goes. Crazy.
Right.
Depending on where you work at.
Right.
Who are the people asking you? Of what shade of color are the ones asking you that question?
Loose leaf paper.
Oh, so you see, I knew it.
Printer paper.
This is all MAGA country at this point now. Cause see,
No,
they're asking
it's
you.
not.
No,
It's not.
Because why would they ask you if you work in a running store if you run, unless they think because of your complexion, you might be running unless you absolutely need to.
I don't want to say.
And you're in Brooklyn.
I don't want to say.
And you paint your nails black. You're definitely running. If not from the MAGA, not from the bullies, like, hey, boy, we paint your nails black for.
What are you, goth?
You're a goddamn emo.
Go cry in a corner.
Go ball up somewhere else.
No, I think it's people. Well, you get these older people that haven't seen people that run my shade of color. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't know.
Aren't you supposed to be darker? And from Africa?
It's like, oh wait, are you one of the? I'm waiting for the day where I get confused for like a fucking like an elite runner. Like, oh, you won the marathon last year, right? It's like, yeah, thank you. How'd you know? That never happens. No, I get the opposite. Oh, you're a fucking turtle, huh? you. What did you
You're
almost
a slug?
You're the guy that almost got disqualified for running too slow, right? It's like, no, come on, man.
Hey, weren't you the guy sneaking in Brugal shots halfway through?
Yeah, that was me.
What'd you get? Flint, Michigan water? It was too dark to be water.
Shit, that's Hennessy. Fuck Hennessy. Anybody who drinks Hennessy can drink Flint, Michigan water and not get sick.
Hey, relax.
I'm saying no, that because their stomach is
We're
bad.
cultured, all right? The Henny folk. We know our taste. We know our cognac.
Do you?
Yeah, we cognac afterwards, of course.
Cognac. Coño. That shit is coño. That shit is. No, stop.
But we got a show to go to. At
Yes,
least
we
you
do.
got to be a part of. You're essential to it.
Okay.
So we got to, this is the pre-marathon prep, getting mentally there.
We can do a post and I'll tell you exactly.
Oh, absolutely. We're doing a post. We got to know how your feet are afterwards. I need to see your feet. Pause, No only cam, no only fans, nothing going on. I need to see your feet afterwards.
Someone said I'm gonna have no feet by the end of the marathon.
You're gonna have bloody stumps, I think. And all of the expensive, these sponsors trying to be like, hey, let's get some guinea pigs. See how they do.
Also to tie it all back together. So we were talking about Dragon Ball Z. Remember how he did the run on the dragon when he was going back to Earth?
Yeah.
So they have a marathon on the Great Wall of China.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That's on the list. So that's like, if I can get through New York and I can get on a flight to China, I'll do that run. That's like
that'd be kind of awesome.
Bro, that's an amazing achievement. That I feel like is more impressive than doing.
But that's got to be brutal though, because of like
it's not flat.
The stones and the whatever.
You're climbing.
Right, I think, and up and down a lot too,
yeah.
and
like, it's hot as balls.
Yeah, true. That goddamn.
Yeah, the picture on the website is like a 60-year-old dude like dying. Like he's literally vertically climbing. Like you can't jog up these stairs. Like one step on the wall is like 4 or 5 normal steps.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
So when you go up a flight of 30 stairs to the temple and then go down a hill for like half a mile and then you go back up another half a mile of stairs, it's like, yeah, that's tough.
We're going to be feeling like Kung Fu Panda when he went up them steps.
Bro, I'm going to come back with a 6-pack because I'm going to lose all the weight I have on me currently doing that fucking marathon. Like, and their metal is so dope. It's like a whole, like a castle. Like, it looks sick. It looks so sick. I met the guy who was in charge of it. I was like, yo, can you just, like, how much to take me in your suitcase? Because I didn't want to pay for the flight. He's like, nah, you're too big for my suitcase. He's like, if you come, I will give you some. I'll hook you up though. I'll hook you up with some like VIP stuff. I was like, all right, we'll see what happens.
You get some like nostalgia, like chopsticks or something.
Like instead of a box size hotel room, it's like a closet size hotel room because their hotel rooms are so small.
You can actually fit a body in this bed.
Like, all right, I'll take it. That's a very humble and honorable thing to offer in China, in Shanghai, China.
Ask LeBron, I guess. Yeah, he'll know. Little humility never kills nobody, Bron.
I hope not. I hope not.
And hopefully you're not killed after this run.
Bro, man, I'll take a picture and go, I made it.
We need to see your feet pic though. There's going to be a lot of people asking besides me. I'm asking just because I need to see it. But a lot of people seeing like how.
I mean, the guys offering the challenge seem to think like it's a terrible idea. So I'm just like, why would you pitch it then? Like the cameraman's like, oh, your feet are gonna feel terrible. Ha ha ha. Just kidding. I'm like, are you? Why would you say that in the first place? That's like, I just got the shoes. You just gave me the shoes, and you're like, good luck. Like he's sweating, saying good luck. Like he's nervous
like,
for
luck.
me.
Ha, ha, ha.
Yeah. It's like, nah, bro. Don't fucking do. I'm locked in. I can't back out now. Like, it's gonna look terrible if I back out now.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
And if I can, I'd like to say these encouraging words to you on your path to the end of the race line at Central Park, of course.
Let's do it.
Let's adopt this phrase I took from our boy in common, from Afro Dominicano, funny enough, Frankie Payne. The Pain. Dame masa.
Dame masa.
You look at life, you gotta get him in between the eyes. Square in the eyes, you say, Dame masa.
You gotta get more out of the what you got.
Exactly.
Masa. Get it? No, I'm just kidding.
Dame masa. Something spectacular. Thank you again to AO. We'll definitely have the post-marathon convo and have to delve into more stuff with that too. Thank you, though. Again, shout out to Afro Dominicano, AO Productions, of course, today too, and we'll see you next time.